trying to understand who's coming to pick them. Some of them start getting frustrated and then they start calling family members, calling friends.
Come and pick me up. So there was nobody ready to pick them up.
So Shegun Toriola didn't even bother. You know that they're going to be kept at the airport for a long time. But something interesting happened, and I think we need to take it forward and make sure it doesn't come. There was some sort of discrimination for the Paralympians, and they didn't like
the special athletes.
The special athletes. They didn't
Someone
like
said something derogatory.
Yeah,
to the special athletes.
And then they just, oh my God, you needed to see Lovely in OBJ.
What was said?
You know, well, we couldn't get that, but
it was something discriminatory.
Something discriminatory, like stop messing up the airport or just go somewhere.
Seriously?
The stars have come and gone. Anyway, we're still looking into that, but I'm just saying that they made it. I like what they said to the guy that
the immigration guy that said it.
What have you done for your country?
We are gold medalists.
We're gold medalists. We've gone there. We saw and we conquered. But I'm still trying to get that story forward. And then when we have what actually went down, it will be right here on TV. But the point, the message, all of them, they've complained and that's no preparations. That they did that through individual. You know, I keep saying about winning mentality, just to make good of their own names first, and then secondly, they kept on saying the grace of God.
The grace got them this far.
Yeah.
Got them this far. Austin, let's move away from this one and talk about the athletes. Morocco is the next port of call, and we expect that they will take the dominance of the Commonwealth Games to Morocco, because you said it, Commonwealth Games done and dusted.
Yeah, gone.
Next big one is the Olympic Games in 2 years. Now, between now and the Olympic Games, every competition counts. So Morocco is the next port of call.
Yeah, and that's how they see athletes in athletics. That's because from Glasgow they are going to Morocco. The African Athletics Championship, another platform for Nigeria to prove their superiority. Finishing 8th at the Commonwealth Games means you can finish on top of the table in Africa. You know, so I'm seeing that championship as another opportunity for our men to get it right. The men should
It's
go
going to
back.
take a while for those guys to get it right. People have talked about now what has those imports, what have they achieved? But the fact of the case is we got to the finals of the 100 meters, we got to the finals of the 4x1, and so many years ago, we stopped doing that with our regular guys.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe these wild guys eventually have gotten some competition into the team that we can build on while we look for young talents.
Yeah, maybe so, but then you have to look at the fact that...
But Austin doesn't agree, because Austin feels 31-year-old guy from America.
I wanted to say something like that. Exactly. I wanted to say something like that, because if you're going to bring, I do not see any qualms, let me use that word, in probably bringing somebody that is not the Nigerian descent to come and run for the country or participate.
Other people poach athletes.
Of course, they poach athletes. There's nothing wrong. But then if you're going to be bringing somebody, bring the best. Portugal took our best athletes. Spain did the same thing.
But you're not going to be getting
Listen, if you're going to be getting anybody, then get somebody that is younger, get somebody that will end his career like in 2 years.
Is the best young American talent ever going to come run for Nigeria?
Well,
it's not going to happen.
I'm just wondering, what is he trying to do to his future?
That's the thing. My guess is, I don't know when you use words
What
on
you're
TV.
going to be getting are those 31-year-old.
That's the thing. It's like a dumping ground. It's annoying. I am not still talking about this last week. Remember? And I was thinking.
Hold on. Those you'll be getting are those over the hill guys.
Are we a dumping ground?
Who have clearly saying that there's no future.
I'm asking that question again. I'm asking that question again.
Mm.
Are we a dumping ground? It's annoying. Come
So
on.
let me just paint this, and I said it. The line I used was, it's a slap to the face of Ogog and Aguero, to Obinametu,
Exactly.
and every other
Austin, I don't want to really look at those guys as
athletes.
being the reason. I want to look at the structure. I want to look at the system.
Exactly.
I mean, we talked about it 10 years ago. No, 1992. How many years ago was that?
That's like
1992. We had
something.
7, 8 guys who were doing sub 10.
Yeah.
2, 3 of them in the Olympic Games final. The Americans were always scared of us, but what has gone wrong? The Jamaicans were nowhere. But they've come because they started working on the structure, started developing athletics from Jamaica. and is yielding results. So it's the structure. That's not
It has to do with the structure.
I mean, Aguero runs 10.2 and he wins our national championship. For God's sake, what are you going to do to that?
And then the McJerk sits down and says,
I'm running 10
I'm
flat.
31 years old and I can do 10 flat. I'll just go to Nigeria
and do it.
And get it.
So it's
But
a big issue.
then I'll tell you what I'll do if I'm a part of the Athletics Federation of Nigeria. I'll say, guys, we don't need to make it worse by bringing in these guys.
Exactly.
Let's go back and see how we can get it right. If
really?
weightlifting is doing it, if wrestling is doing it, if even football, we're talking about Kelechi Iheanacho and the likes here, youngsters, if they are doing it, and that region is competitive, we can do it.
That's the thing.
All
That's
right.
the thing.
Okay, so tell us what you feel about it. It's an interesting discussion, actually. A lot of guys forget about those white guys, but they are still coming here and they are beating our best athletes. What do you feel about it? Forget about that plan altogether and look for something else to do. It will be interesting to read your comments as we go into all of that, because our dream really is that we'll be able to get back to those days when we had about 8, 9 guys doing sub 10. Oh, what a time it was for Nigerian athletics. And when we were having the 100 meters of the national championship, it was the front page or the back page of the papers.
Exactly.
Who's going to be the fastest in Nigeria? Olapada Adenekon, the Zinwa brothers,
Chidimo. Just imagine what goes through their mind now.
I mean, you can imagine. Those guys were running sub 10 20 years ago. 20 years after we are running slower. It's really a real worry.
We're taking much
a lot slower. A lot slower. It's unbelievable. A lot slower. But guys, Austin, thank you so much for your time. This is the second batch of athletes that came today.
Yeah, we're still expecting
how many more
the
batches
remainder of some guys from table tennis,
just coming
and
in
then some
batches.
from boxing.
Why are they coming in batches? Why are they coming? What is wrong with getting a chartered flight and bringing all of them back home?
Direct that to the national sports.
That's the thing. This disparity is annoying. Come on.
Oh, sorry about that.
It's annoying. I'm not happy about it. It's annoying. It's not fair.
It's not. All right.
But they are back in the country.
They're back in the country.
Anyway, so we're expecting batch 3 and batch 4.
And then that will be it. Some will come tonight. I think by tomorrow everybody should
batch
be
3,
around, except for their
I hope Mr. President returns from the United States. That will announce a date when he will receive some of these athletes. They should be gold medalists.
I asked Roland, the weightlifter, I said, can I see your gold medal? He said, are you the president?
Anyway, another interesting talking point. The gold medalists, the silver medalists, the bronze medalists, are they the only ones that Mr. President will see?
Exactly.
That's another question. But we'll leave that till when we get more information around it. But you can also talk to us about it as well. Talk to us via those platforms that we talked about at the beginning of the show. Austin, one more word from you before we allow you
I just remember that I've said everybody is coming back to the country. I'm still waiting for our shooters.
Shooting. Wale Madariola, the president of shooting, has to come on this show and explain what happened at the Commonwealth Games.
We're laughing about it, but
Wale Madariola has to come on this show, the president of shooting. I mean, we talked about shooting a lot before the Commonwealth Games, but they went, they saw and didn't compete. So he has to come to explain, and then we'll be able to see how we can pick it up from there. But also, thank you so much for your time. We look forward to seeing you again.
Always.
All right, so we'll go on a quick break now. But during the break, we're going to bring you something very unique. It's a different kind of football. Have you heard about the Nigerian Deaf Football Association before? It's an interesting one. They've gone to 3 Deaf Nations Cup competitions, and they've won all 3. They're getting ready for the 4th. Sit back, enjoy this report. We'll come back with more on Sports Tonight.
This is a different kind of football. It is called deaf football. And here, players make use of their sixth sense. As a sensory impairment, deafness is a hidden disability. While deaf footballers compete regularly against their hearing peers, they face certain hidden disadvantages. They are not able to hear instructions from their coaches during the game when in motion, a referee's decision, or even crowd reactions. But their coaches have devised sign languages to bridge the communication gap, and the players also use same to communicate.
In 2004, they prepared to go for Deaf Olympics, that is Deaf Olympic qualifier, equivalent of Olympics in Ghana. I have my first experience with them. Immediately I finished my course through late Coach Teller, who advised me